Go.
Hello there, my name is PJ Lilley and I'm here as a mom and as somebody who's concerned about future generations on the side of this hillside that's been ravaged by clear cutting, and we're trying to stop this road.
What are your main concerns around the Gateway project and the building of this road?
There's so many reasons why people are here today, and I think that, for me, it's both the health impacts that's going to happen if we allow this to continue, and the environmental impacts that are going to happen. I know they're planning to pave over, and they've already clear-cut part of Burns Bog, which is, to me, the lungs of the Lower Mainland, and shocking that they would, shameful that they would consider paving over such a resource. But all along here, as you can see, pan across and see the devastation that's wrought here, this hillside is going to be eroding right down into the fishing community along here, Gunderson Slough, and messing up the salmon runs all along the Fraser. If it's allowed to continue, it's going to be cutting off at the head all the waterfront access for Delta and Surrey, all along the Fraser River. It's going to be the salmon streams. My kids like to put little salmon fry on Earth Day into the Bear Creek, and I worry that in 4 years those salmon go out to the ocean this year, and are they going to be able to come back up those streams when this road is built? And let's hope it's not built, because I worry about all those streams being cut off at the head. The Gateway project has been over budget, and they've been spending $2 billion for taxpayers' money on this ridiculous destruction. It's sad, and this kind of money, it's going over budget, so they cut corners on environmental aspects of it, and they're grounding it so that instead of overpasses, now the trucks are going to be stopping and starting at all these red lights all along the way, and we're going to have that much more pollution. On bad air days in the summer, we already have people struggling with asthma, we have rising cancer rates, and just people finding it hard to catch their breath. And when there's 3 times as many trucks pushed through here, they want to run 5,000 trucks per day from the port over to these highways they're trying to connect up. The air quality is really going to take a hit. So it's really important to me that people come down here and stand up and stop this road.
What could you say to people who look and see and say there's a lot of work that's already been done on the highway, and how can you stop this? What can you do about it? What do you say to those sort of cynical folks?
Well, it's not a done deal yet. As you can see, it's not paved yet, and frankly, even if it was paved, we're going to have to dig it up eventually. It's going to have to go years from now if it goes down. It's not finished, and right now they're counting on us being quiet, divided, and just petitions or letters that are not coming together to really stand up and stop this. And if we are united and stand together to stop this, we can raise our voices and make those demands that they recognize us, that they cannot pave over this. They cannot say, we're going to cancel your pollution barriers, or we're going to stop these environmental, they had some environmental mitigation plans that they've cancelled entirely, and I think they can get away with it because there's not enough opposition. So we're trying to really build a movement of opposition to say that we're fed up with these greedy developers pushing through this plan with no concern for human life or the environment, all these endangered species along this riverbank too.
Some people living on the South Fraser communities might say they're growing communities that have a lot of problems with traffic and traffic congestion. What do you say to those people in terms of some of the alternatives to this kind of road construction?
Yeah, I've talked to other moms, and I mean, we lived in Surrey for several years trying to get around with 2 kids and no car. And it's such poor transit that I appreciate that people feel in this area that they need their cars. But mostly what this road is about is the government trying to back up the corporations to run great big trucks from the shipping containers coming in from China to the Walmart. And it's not about the individual driving their car. And if they could build, I mean, you see down here, they've got a big train tracks. If they built a second rail line along here, you could have high-speed rail all along here for passengers. If they put some more money into public transit instead of building this road, then we would have enough transit that we wouldn't need, the people that live here would have enough transit to get easily to get around. And I think that we should be putting the public money into our education, our schools, our healthcare, and into public transit, improving public transit, rather than this foolishness of trying to build your way out of congestion. You just can't build your way out of congestion. There's just going to be more and more cars.
Any last thoughts or words you'd like to pass on to someone who might be watching this video and wondering what it's all about, who lives locally and is thinking about maybe coming down to the site?
Well, I would definitely invite you to come down and take a minute to talk to the people. A lot of the people down here are young folks, and many of them live here, but some of them are you know, are from various communities on the other side of the river, and it's good to tell them about the history of this area and what it was like before these clear cuts, and to talk to them and listen to what they think is important for the future. Because when oil hits its peak and fossil fuels are on the way out, in 40 years, are the kids going to want to know whether they had a better highway service, or are they going to want to know what salmon or what coyotes are, or what, like these trees that were here before? Are they going to want to know about that? So please do come down and share what you think about the history of the area, and listen and learn and talk to the folks and teach them too about what you think about what's important to your neighborhood, because I think it's for us all to stand together to defend our health and our safety against these roads, or else they'll just pave over us if we don't. Thank you very much.
Thanks.